Robert Pendleton once stated, "Tomorrow, your reward for working safely today." I know that I have plans for the future, starting with what I plan to do tomorrow. Finding ways to help my coworkers and myself go through with those plans is what I hope to accomplish every day before I leave work. Everyone has a family and people who care about them. Those things should come first, and going home from work healthy is one step to ensuring that. My name is Deanne Flanders. I am a daughter and a little sister. As a kid, I moved a lot. I have spent a few years in St. Thomas, Fort Lauderdale, and Akron, Ohio. However, most of my childhood and young adulthood was spent in Erie, Pennsylvania. Erie is where I made lifelong friends, learned that my favorite pastime is running, and graduated high school as a valedictorian. When I left for college, I had no clue what I was passionate about. I just knew that I wanted a diploma from Clemson University. I had to start somewhere though, and my brother has always been a huge inspiration to me, so I followed his footsteps into the construction industry. Late in high school, I went to work with my brother for a day. He was a project manager for a construction firm, and he let me visit the site. Leaving site that day, I was still unsure of my real career goals, but I decided that I could stand to live life working as a project manager. So I went to Clemson and declared myself a civil engineering major. I took my first internship with a construction company in Columbia, South Carolina. I spent most of my time that summer helping the foreman with odd jobs and supervising the subcontractors' workers. That is when I came to the realization that construction work is dangerous. The smallest activities have large consequences, and performing work the way it has always been done was not good enough to keep everyone safe. A change of attitude in the industry is very necessary. This change was the responsibility of our in-house safety managers and of those in similar positions across the industry. I took their responsibility to heart and went in search of an internship where I could work as a safety manager. After a summer internship as a safety engineer for Hensel Phelps Construction Company, I signed an offer for full-time employment, and I will start my career in construction safety next summer. When I start my career, I will be a safety engineer. This role is very similar to the next position up the ladder from it, safety manager. Both engineers and managers are stationed on site and have very similar responsibilities, except when it comes to technical writing. Once a worker gets to the managerial position, they begin to write more than emails and inspection checklists. When asked about these documents, Bill Schweikart, a safety manager with Hensel Phelps, said the largest document that I think would be considered a technical writing would be our site-specific safety plans. A site-specific safety plan is a document outlining how work is to be performed, what safety measures should be taken for specific activities, and any special circumstances that the workers on site might have to deal with. This is a very formal document that generally has to be approved by the owner of the project. Other documents Bill mentioned included responses to letters received from the project's owners. While these responses are not usually technical in the science or engineering sense of the word, they do have to be clear and concise and have only one interpretation. Meeting agendas were another type of technical writing that Bill mentioned. I saw firsthand this summer that meetings take up a large portion of a safety professional's time, and for every meeting, there was a meeting agenda that had to be made. Accident and incident reports are another well-known responsibility of safety professionals on any job, but these are generally and hopefully not as routinely necessary. Agendas, letters, reports, and manuals are all very different styles of writing, but anything that is going to be used as an official record or document in the professional world should be treated as a technical document. After hearing about just a few of the documents that a safety manager might have to deal with on a project, I was surprised to find out how much of this plays a role in Bill's day-to-day schedule. He stated at one point that he might average only one per week. There are times that he might need to do more writing, i.e. after an accident or before a new work process starts, but one document per week is his normal routine. I also asked if he noticed different writing abilities in newer employees, to which he said no. We have cookie-cutter type documents for most letters and meetings. While this type of document will be advantageous for me, I do still want to be sure I am capable of writing a concise technical document on my own if I need to. That is what I hope to gain from this class, more concise and objective writing skills. I need to learn to take the emotion out of my writing. This class will hopefully help me gain those skills as they will become more important as I progress through the industry. Meeting minutes and letters to owners may not seem like a recipe for an overly safe work environment, but safety awareness cannot exist without proper documentation. Sending workers home safely at the end of the day is now one of my highest priorities. and that starts with a clear written plan.